Every year, on the occasion of the World No Tobacco Day, the World Health Organization sheds light on a different aspect of the tobacco epidemic. And this year, however, we look at the crux of this epidemic, the tobacco industry, an industry that manufactures the only product in the world that kills half of the people who use it regularly. The tobacco industry is unrelenting in its attempts to draw in new customers, grow its profits, and undermine tobacco control efforts. It monitors our activities and efforts so that it can interfere whenever and wherever possible. When we push for higher taxes, they warn of increased smuggling. When we call for smoke-free policies, they propose designating smoking areas. When we pursue health warnings, they lobby decision makers. When we call for comprehensive advertising bans, they manipulate the media. When we push for banning tobacco agriculture, they warn about unemployment. And when we quote them from their own internal documents, they claim they have relented. The truth is, for the tobacco industry to relent, it has to forfeit business, a business that sells 6 trillion cigarettes every day, with profits reaching $614 billion in 2009. In other words, the tobacco industry will continue to grow its business and its customers' base, knowing full well that its business can only grow by addicting new young customers to replace adult quitters or those who have died. We know now beyond a doubt that tobacco use is an addiction that causes disease and death. 6 million people die from tobacco exposure each year. It's a central risk factor in the non-communicable diseases burden. Tobacco use causes heart disease, cancers, chronic lung disease, and other non-communicable conditions, which are the leading cause of death and disability in the world. Non-communicable diseases currently cause 60% of global deaths, 80% of which occur in developing countries. And tobacco use must therefore be controlled and prevented. Our platform is none other than the WHO Framework Convention on Tobacco Control and its guidelines for the implementation of Article 5.3 on the protection of public health policy from the interests of the tobacco industry. Strict laws and measures are the only way to address tobacco industry interference in public health policies and offset an epidemic that is deadlier than history's most destructive wars. Control tobacco, reduce the risk of disabling and lethal disease, and increase the quality of life of peoples around the world.